All right. Well, hello everyone. I'm Doggy, and today we're going to be playing My Hack Super Insecure World. Uh, because there's a Kaizo club going on in Jitsu's Discord, where they play a hack each month, and this one was selected. And I thought, hey, this seems like a cool club to be a part of. I'd like to play more Kaizo, and of course this is my hack, so maybe I can do something, give my own personal thoughts on a little retrospective, and kind of wanting a reason to do something like this. Maybe a bit egotistical. Who's gonna give a shit? Who knows? We'll find out. But just gonna kind of a little behind the scenes, talk about some of the design decisions I made, why I made them, different things I changed, little anecdotes, stories. I don't know. I don't know how long this will take me to. I haven't played this in months, so we'll just kind of see what happens. So I think this is the right version that I'm playing right now. I guess we'll find out. Player's experience is never invalid, even if you disagree. There's always some insight to be gleaned. That was actually a sort of a paraphrasing of a quote from Maddie, allegedly, who I asked her a question like on some anonymous Twitter thing back when they were on it, and I was like, "How do you deal with feedback?" and blah blah blah. And this was kind of something that they had said, and kind of resonated with me that even you disagree with how someone, like, as long as there's merit to their argument, or like if you can see, like, why are they feeling that way, blah blah blah. I don't know. There's always something to glean if someone is stressing your shit. And so here we are, Super Insecure World. I should have probably said this beforehand, but this is a follow-up to Separate Ways, my first ROM hack. I was very naive and enthusiastic about learning SMW after being in Mario Maker for so long. And this is kind of a response to the response to Separate Ways, and some of the things I saw, different streamers, different things in the community, and just kind of learning how things go, and just learning a ton about how to make cool stuff and how to interact in the community and things like that. And yeah, so this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek, a little cheeky, jokes here and there. And starting off here, don't blame me. Didn't have a tutorial in the first in Separate Ways. Here in Separate Ways, a streamer died to a block with a skull in it, so now this is in the game. Yeah, I won't name names, but I did see someone, jump into one of these blocks and it killed him, which is totally fair. There other hacks use blocks like that for like sprite killers and stuff like that, so I'm not too. It's more of a just like a funny joke thing. It's like, oh, what did you expect? The block has a skull on it, but obviously it could do other things. Just being a little cheeky. Also, the look of this, I don't have no idea what I was thinking when I just decided to do full gray and purple on this. Like, it looks like awful, but anyways, we got a little tutorial to figure out what everything does. We got this little eye here. At least it kind of looks like an eye. I don't know. I could have made it look a little better. But it means you can take a second to see what bullshit lies ahead. I thought always nice to know that you can like stop and kind of see what obstacle is before you, and it's not some sort of think fast thing. I'm drinking some coffee right now. I'm trying to wake up after a afternoon nap. All right, let's go on to the first level, Das Crank. Which is a shout out to all of the German streamers in the community. This is one of my favorite levels in the hack. These things are super cool, super customizable, very fun to mess around with. Also, I really like the look of this level. I don't know why the background is not variable though. That's kind of a weird thing. But I really like these like kind of like floating little like pillars guys, and like this little ribbon right here, and then the layer 3 clouds I put in there. Oh, nice little glitch right. I never quite figured out why that was happening, or I think it's like cut off somewhere on the layer there, but I didn't really care. Also, fun note, you're supposed to go on the right side, but you can just jump right over there. I don't know why. Fast! Most people immediately jumped off this and died. But you just have to write it, and we got a little looky-loo there. And we'll just do one of these. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, and we're into the first checkpoint. And we'll kind of stop and try to add in shorter sections. I don't think you lose that much by having sections not be 40 seconds long. This was definitely one of the things I was thinking about in regards to difficulty, what people are willing to put up with. You can capture a larger audience and still have really cool shit. It's kind of my philosophy. Also, I think I broke the layer 3. I think shit can be way easier and still be way fun. Obviously, there's times and places where you want long sections, where you want that feeling where it's really tense and exciting because there's stakes, but also it's okay to just be like, hey, here's like a 20-second section. It's whatever. I used to have that be a regrab right there. I had spikes right below this this ledge right here, and it was just too hard to see that and do it blind. So I just removed them, and most people are kind of just hold and jump, and makes it just way easier. And I mean, this isn't even a long section; like we can just redo it again. I like this little vertical bit where it's just it's a single platform that you go through the whole way. Just there and back onto the saw, hit the block. Just like it's like, I don't know. That's a section right there. Like, does it need to be any longer? Like, I don't think so. All right, and now we're going into the horizontal. I think this is probably one of my favorite sections in the whole hack. It just feels super nice. Whoop, go back, go get the shell. If I don't mind, sucking my own dick a little bit, that's kind of what this whole process is about, right? Oh fuck. Loving yourself, taking if you feel like you got some wins. People seem to like this hack quite a bit, so why not? Why not enjoy? Why not breed a little bit of confidence? A little bit of confidence is pretty important. It's probably something I'm going to be exploring in my next hack, actually. Sneak peek. I'm about 4 levels into that one right now, and we're cooking. We're cooking. Whoop whoop! Crazy little ending right there. It's kind of disorienting, but I don't know. It's a fun little ending. I mean, I've never seen anything that looks like that in a ROM hack, right? Which is kind of something I'm always shooting for. Is I want to have like one cool like moment, like big moment, set piece kind of thing where you go, whoa, that was cool. Even if it's easy or hard or otherwise, just one cool, outstanding moment. I think that ending is kind of cool. Also, the DOS Crane guys mentioned there's I would watch Denson play separate ways, and he'd be like, "Oh, DOS Clank," and I'd be like, "I don't know, is that good?" I'd be like Googling, fucking Google translating German terms to see if they were saying it's good or bad. All right, we got sprite stacking, a classic fun mechanic. This was, I think, the first level I beat, and like I had seen someone use sprite stacking in something. I was like, man, that seems like so much fun. I want to do something like that. And then we got a little troll here. That was just a fun little troll, just like one of those accidental things where I'm like playtesting and like put something there and then I'm like, oh shit, the guy responds, or the guy flies back in. That's a fun little troll. Why not have a little troll that you can easily avoid? Section's not hard, And here we go. Believe it or not, but not every obstacle has to be tighter than my belt buckle after a trip to the Golden Corral. Shout out to buffets. I don't actually like Golden Corral. I haven't been to a Golden Corral, I don't know, over a decade at this point. But I just thought it's funny. Not everything has to be so fucking tight. You'll notice. We'll see. I use single tile pillars. Look at that. Look at those. Look how much play space you have. Also, right here, my biggest regret with this hack is not putting I'm pointing at the screen like you can see, but not putting a a sprite killer right below the F-Zero where the Yoshi goes, because as you'll see here in a second. ASMR coffee drinking. As you'll see here in a second, the Yoshi's gonna fall off, and so many people thought you needed to stay here and get the Yoshi, but you don't. You just whoop, and it and I get it because it almost seems like you can make it. Like if you're like, oh shit, oh shit. There's some different ways you can throw it where you could, like, it almost feels like you can make it. And that's like the one big change. Like I probably should have made a 1.1 version or something or the other like that. I don't know. I kind of felt lazy in terms of wanting to fix it. There weren't any like major problems that seemed like it needed a 1.1, and I kind of just want the thing to speak for itself and just kind of live and breathe as this little product. And here we got the I really like this section where oops, platform on the shell. Some weird kind of physics where you have to run with it. Right here, I'd never seen anything like this where a sprite killer with a shell like that, and then you like create your own little you're like a carryable platform. Right here, this fucking. I wish I had made this look a little bit cleaner. Let's say it gets a little bit messy with some block stuff. Also, I'm not sure why those skull blocks have transparency in the middle. Those should be black. Oops. Those were a late addition to my blocks. You don't want to see my map 16. You don't want to see the tops of my levels. Dude, in the collab that I was just in for We Like It Here, everyone was just ragging on me, man, for having I don't ever fully extend all of my things up on top, all those like walls up there. They go about halfway up. They go about as high up as they need to be. Ain't nobody fucking flying over my level. If there is, there's bigger problems. Alright. But yeah, everyone giving me shit for that stuff. Oh, it's so gross, even doggy levels. Suck it. Alright, we got a little looky-loo here. Kind of want to kill the shell when it's on the right side. It's pretty fucking generous though. But I think it's a cute little ending though. 2 levels down. Alright, we're going into It's Still Following. Get it? Yeah, you have to spin jump through these guys. I really quite enjoyed using these guys as obstacles and just like ways to force spin jumps and things like that. It's actually it's a very useful little block. I just made that in like the block creator thing that people have. We got a we got a die. We got well XY follow sprite. Go up here, kill that guy. Gotta save this one. No real easy way to let people know. I just figured a lot of people struggle with that obstacle. We got some dolphins here. Just kind of a weird thing. We got RNG dolphins now. You don't see RNG dolphins that often, which is why I wanted to use them. Alright, and we got a Yoshi here. Whoops-a-daisy. Fun little guy, fun little cheese with this. You can just go... You're supposed to go over here because it's, you know, it follows you. That's not how Yoshi normally works. Anyways. One thing... Oh yeah, this is an old version of the game. I wonder what else is different in this version. Well, I guess we'll find out. I don't feel like loading up a newer version. But yeah, this is an older version that had the obstacle like this until I changed it into something a little bit better. And we got this fun little thing. I wish I would change that section right there, that little bit. Very awkward, yet it's very precise. But I like that ending right there a lot, where you gotta time your jump into it. Okay, so we're playing an older version. I guess we'll see it. This was in my hacks folder as Super Insecure World 1.1. Apparently it's not. Turns out naming your hack after a popular Journey song is not great for SEO. My first hack was named Separate Ways after a Journey song. And often I would... Oh, I got Steve. Often I would search, you know, on YouTube or Twitch or, you know, whatever for Separate Ways, you know, Mario ROM hack, you know, see if anyone had played my shit, and all I'd get was just search results for Journey's Separate Ways. But makes sense. I mean, what was I expecting? Anyways, we got the rope level here. This level's alright. Just a little plain. I like this little section right here where you gotta do a little back and forth. And we gotta... Oh, I jumped way too early there. Sorry, my allergies are absolutely buck wild right now. Oops. Up inputs are hard. Just been getting absolutely thrashed by the springtime blitz of all the pollen. I like the chill vibes of this level though. I was happy with, like, I made that little background using some other tiles and stuff. I think it looks pretty cool. I did it again. I'm so used to a different setup I've been working with recently that you have to immediately jump off that rope, and you don't have to jump off that one. Yeah, I like the cozy, the overused word cozy vibes of this level. We go up here, spin on down. What the hell? I hit up? I didn't hit up. I disagree. Yeah, I should have put the forest tiles there at the bottom on a layer 3. God, how many times am I gonna do that? And that would have given it some nice parallax looking feelings. This is a really generous ending right there. I could have put a Kaizo block or something there. I don't know. Kaizo blocks. You gotta really want to put a Kaizo block in. Heads up, you're gonna want to take damage at the fuzzy at the end of this section. I wish I hadn't. If you have to put a speaker box in to like let you know about a setup or something, probably should just change the setup. But I thought, I don't know, this setup's kind of cool at the end, and I thought, you know, why not give, I don't know, it could be like a playful, like, hey, you know, like a little tip here, you know, take damage, touch fuzzy, take damage, get dizzy, at the, whatever. I like this little setup right there. Again, kind of useful blocks there to force the spin so that you can't just ride the platform. I hadn't seen very many acts use something like those blocks, but I find them quite useful and pretty fun to design around. Just like an additional block for you to use. And here we're gonna see my least favorite, so I'll show you what most people do here at the end. Is that they do 2 bounces on the fuzzy and then you just can't make it. Oh Jesus. You just can't make it to take damage at the correct time. And I wish I had done something different with the fuzzy to force it just a single bounce. Why is that rope giant now? No one understands how ropes work. So yeah, this little bit right here, a lot of people do 2 bounces right there, and it makes it so that you just literally can't take damage right there to the fuzzy. And this is like a weird oversight, and here, of course, you gotta catch up to the rope. Least favorite level in the hack, probably. But it's alright, there's some cool stuff in there. I love that the section with the 2 ropes flying in and out, I think was like like I was saying earlier about having like a cool, like, set piece kind of looking thing. I think that was the cool section for that. Now, let me grab a drink real quick. A little bit of SMW dipped in Mama Liz's Diet Coke oil. Alright, we're vibing. My nose. God, I'm so sorry. We're vibing. We're on to Acropolis with these janky ass fucking cannons. First, Twitch chatter says one of your levels they aren't playing is bad. You choose to not let it affect you. Haha, unless? That's one thing you have to learn when watching other people play your hacks. And when they have a particularly big audience, is that they're gonna say shit. The chatters are people who have not played the hack, have no idea how hard it is, you know, yada yada yada, all that stuff. And you just gotta learn to brush it off and not give a shit, because they're nobodies. They're Twitch chatters. I believe I changed that to not be. Wow, look at that guy just spawn on over and over. Those guys, I think I changed the shells or something out in the last release or something. Anyways, simple, very free beginning section just to kind of teach you. And then here we got whatever the fuck this was. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's kind of dumb. Also, can we just take a second? What are we looking at with these graphics? What am I doing? Why am I using these? Like, I made these fucking on-off blocks and they just look horrendous. I'm not using the orange sprite solids. I'm just it's a horror, an absolute horror over here. But this section's kind of cool. The way that these things like weirdly like teleport if they're being blocked by an on-off, and then you switch the on-off, they just like teleport. Very strange. We got a little timing setup. Wow, I barely meant that. So I like how I do this on all my vertical levels now. You can see the upside down. I like rotated it so that it kind of connects, so that it makes sense in some sort of vertical sense that everything's connected. Anyways, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna bounce. So yes, I think I changed that because it just doesn't make sense why those guys teleport if you don't know the mechanic. All right, we got a Bossaruni. Made this guy custom graphics. I guess you could say it represents my insecurity. I wish I'd done. In hindsight, I should have just made them all like all the little orbs like eyes, and then that way it could be like, oh, those are the eyes like of the audience and people watching and judging me or whatever. That would have actually made more sense. But I don't know. I like that. I like that boss. It's very. I think most bosses are better kept simple than a billion mechanics and like 30 minutes long and shit. That was pretty neat, right? I think we're vibing. Kind of have a little playful give and take with the player. We're doing all right, right? My self-esteem is fine, by the way, guys. I'm not actually like crippling insecure or anything about this. This is mostly a fun joke, a fun way to kind of toe the line between, self-expression and, joking. Oh, what the hell's going on with that? I just not noticing that W. There's no way that's in the final version, is it? Even though I played this back-ass pre-release version. Players spend 1% of the time on the overworld, so I spent 1% of my time making it. Yeah, I don't have time for overworlds, man. I just don't. Look, the people who make really pretty ones, I'm happy for you. That's not how my brain works. I love these little guys though. I like this song. I like the kind of just the weird, silly vibe of this level with these guys. Oh, we just barely made that. That's an obnoxious like disco show weird setup. And then we got this little guy. He's a little guy. Ah! A lot of people will like respawn the guy that's like right here and die. It's interesting playing this after doing the collab where I'm testing other people's stuff and like they're making way harder shit, and so I'm like, fuck, I gotta like level up my game. And now I'm coming back to my own early stuff. I'm like, damn, this is pretty free. I mean, also I played it a shit ton, but you know, I wish right there I had done something else, because so many people, we'll get to see it again. So many people go head straight on into the death blocks, and at no point during any of this, the first two sections, did I have you spin jump on one of them. And so you have no idea what's going to interact. You have no idea that that guy's going to be there. It's like, it's pretty fucking blind. But you die once to it and then you realize what you need to do. But yeah, I was like, there is some other way I could have done that. A lot of people here also, like, when they first get here, just immediately go, despite the Eye of Truth telling them to slow down. Yeah, everyone just goes, oh, Jesus. I was like, I don't think I ever actually saw what happens if you don't get all of the box. Which, probably not something you should be saying about your own thing you made. Oh, yeah, I never actually tested that. Oh, stuff you can kind of first cycle. Oh, what am I? I'm jumping way too early. This is a very silly little P-Speed section. Hard to do anything super interesting with P-Speed without making it, you know, die, repeat kind of stuff. Woo. And we're just a tricky little section to like go to a regrab off the spin block. And here I wanted to do the troll here at the end of this, but I didn't want to do it after the previous section because it's a little tricky. I really wanted this troll. Just because I thought it'd be really funny, just to see three of them jump out at you. It'd be very funny, and I thought it'd be too cruel to have that as a after the previous section. And so we built this like fun little thing, and I had like just this one last idea of like going underneath them as an obstacle. So I was like, well, we can make a short little section, and then we can throw in this troll, and like if you die to it, it's like, oh, whatever. I have to do like 5 seconds of gameplay to get back there. I guess we can go through some of the level names. Stack them up. Well, that's sprite stacking. It's still following. That's a sequel to It Follows from Separate Ways, which was also an XY Follow Sprite level. David Carradine, famous actor who died while jerking off and autoerotic asphyxiation, and that's levels about ropes. I don't look. If you came here thinking I was going to give you some sort of deep insight to level design, Acropolis, I don't know. It sounded cool. The Ozarks, shout out to the Ozarks. That's where I grew up in Missouri. Ozark Mountains. A lot of weird freaks there, just like the little freaks in that level. All right, we got B is for Beetle. Because it's a level about beetles. This level's pretty cool. Oh, fun little thing right here. That's the intended route, to do a little hop. You can also do that. Alternate strats are cool. If you make things looser, turns out multiple ways can, you know, accomplish the task, and you can feel cool. Dude, what is happening with my controller? I also recently switched to one frame rollback or whatever, and it seems to be making me play a little bit better. Oh, this section feels super cool, feels super readable. I've noticed a lot of people. Oops, I fucking hell jump. It feels readable at least. Which is always a cool feeling when you make something that isn't automatic. I forgot the whole jump. I put the indicator there, and I was talking. Look, I don't play while talking. I don't talk while playing very often, alright? I'm no streamer. One of the hardest jobs in the world. Hold jump! Indicating's hard. I don't know, I just figured, why not? It's kind of funny. That area back there where you have to stop and get one, oh my god, I keep forgetting to hold jump. I should have put one there. You don't really need to hold jump there, actually. We're just dying a lot. Should have gone with a softer pink, by the way. This pink is very harsh. I do like this background, though. Kind of put some bones and stuff back there in different color and dark. That's how colors work, right? It's darker because it's further away. This is a great port of it's a Sonic. Right here, so many people. I put these blocks here to try to make it like, hey, like maybe you should stop this one, but most people. Gotta go quick on that one. Oh my god. So now, I used to not hold jump off that ledge, and now I do. For some reason. Alright, let's wrap up this section. These beetles are super fun to work with. By the end of the level, though, I was cooked in terms of ideas. I had nothing else left. But they're super fun. Cool little things you can do with making them interact. And I like that little ending right there. Just a little bit of timing thing. You can very easily see what's coming ahead, react to it. Feels cool. One criticism I largely agree with was that my aesthetics were weak. In my defense, who's got the time? You know? I think I did better with aesthetics in this one, though. Separate Ways was certainly not as much. Go over there, activate the guy, get this guy, go back, whoop. Die. Do a little guy right there. I really liked all this bit right here. Right here is where we start to lose a little bit of zaniness. We get a... And then right here, I wish I had done other stuff. Whew. Yeah, that whole last section right there, you can kind of... I guess we can kind of look at it from right here. That used to just be, you would just loop around. I didn't have that great platform. And the section already feels pretty tough to read on your first way through. There's almost no chance you're going to be blind reading that your first time through. And I wish I'd done something just a little less elaborate, something a little more readable. A lot of people get stuck on that obstacle, and like they spend an extra like 5 to 10 minutes on the level, and like they cruise to like the first section or most of the other stuff. So just a little bit I don't know, something that I could have done differently, but I am proud that I put that great platform in there to just give the player a second to just breathe, and then just a second to be like, okay, I can jump on that shell, grab the other shell, do a shell jump, and then of course bonk the up pipe too many times, so I made it free. Lamau. Yeah, because that whole sequence is super hard as it is, and I kept fucking up you know what? Let's just make it free. Fuck it. And got a lot of laughs at that point. Very happy with that. Very happy overall with how the humor was taken in this hack. A lot of people said it was very funny. I have no idea what just happened in that event. I'm pretty sure that's in the final release. You can't go left or right, you ain't no. Enos! Could this be a P-switch level? Every P-switch level you have to activate it by throwing at a ceiling and landing on it in the middle. Otherwise, what are you doing? This first section's alright. Cool little thing right there. Activate all the blocks. Ooh. It's a cool little thing. Nothing too crazy, nothing. Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, that's completely different in the final version. Just because like that trick is just awkward to do. Like throw it up at the right time so that you can just make it free. A lot of times you can sit there and be like, I want to make the setup exactly how I want it to. Blah, blah, blah. Like, just fucking trash it, change it. Do whatever you gotta do. You can't fucking sit there and be crazy about one particular thing. Throw stuff in the trash if you need to, or just modify things. Do what you gotta do. Also, I really like the what I did with the background on this. I just kind of, nothing crazy, but I don't know. I like the look of it. Anyways, we got some bonking. That one you can go either way when you bonk it. Hey, let's see if we can get the yump. We didn't get the yump. Got a little buck wild in the section, so I apologize for the toughness in advance. I don't think it's too hard. It's pretty hard. Like, I think it's probably the hardest section of the game, but it's all nothing crazy. Let's see if we can one-shot this. It does feel very fun to pull off the... Oh, yep. Lots of quick little inputs, different things you're doing. Lots of up inputs here at the beginning. Because if you're not doing anything crazy with like a level mechanic, a sprite, then you gotta have lots of different movement options that you're doing. Oh, that feels so cool. Oh, well, let's just fucking chuck it. Let's just chuck it. Man, you can almost make that. Yeah, that little piece, that second P-switch activation is super fun. We're tooting our own, like the whole point of this video is to toot our own horn, right? So, ugh. How to shell jump? Sorry for all the phlegmy. Banger song. Man, I keep missing that. Up inputs are the hardest trick in the game. I have seen some cheese there. I forget what people do. I think they just yeah, just a little bit of cheese right there. But it's interesting because, like, you can try that. Most people aren't. Dude, I'm like, I think the shell's gonna go so much further out. Like that's an alternate strat that's not like that hard. But like most people aren't going to try it. But like, it's not like, I don't know. Like, just leave it in the game. Who's it gonna hurt? Oh, what am I doing? I just like completely forgot to throw it up. There's a sprite killer there. Well, I think it's officially the hardest level in the hack because I am dying most often. Okay. I like that move so much, just to bop the shell up. Ugh. Oh my god. If you got the imp, you could just skip that whole section. Yeah, that was also another big laugh moment where people were like, wait, what? Really? Like, you can't? Like, that's crazy. Like, it's weird in a Kai'Sak, like, no, like, you can actually skip something. Like, well, no, I kind of want to, like, see everything. That's usually the point, but, like, I don't know. I thought it was, like, a fun little, just like an Easter egg to have in it. And just, like, a fun little moment to be like, oh, that's cool. And also, the shout out to Durkerdink, Dr. D&K or whatever. He actually got the yump his first time and completely missed that third section the whole way. It was super sick. The only person I saw do that. Super based. Shout out to Dr. D&K. Shout out to that fucked up ending music. Giants Deep. Shout out to Outer Wilds. I really wanted to do a water level after seeing Waterworld by Baba Yaga. But I didn't want to do a full-on water level. I wanted to do something with the on-off. A common, not common, but like it's been done before, but like I thought it would be fun to mess with. Whoops. Like the song here is absolutely goated. I forget the name of it, but I'm pretty sure it's from the Last Bible 3 soundtrack. Such a good port. So I just like the look of the cave, the blue cave. Words? Blue cave foreground. And just like the moving layer 3 in the background. I think it just looks kind of cool. Throw that guy up there, land on that. Hope we don't get jank on that. Probably could have used some indication that like a spring's coming down here, but you know, it's all right. Most people understand it's gonna be a back and forth. And then we got a little fish escort. Kind of awkward to indicate. Kind of awkward in general with these fish and how they kind of go in and out of this water, but it was like one of those things where I was just like fucking around with stuff and then like it just worked. I was like, well, let's just keep that in there. Alright. Like that little, it just like a lot of like something else is activating the on-off, and so I need to look at, you know, what's on my screen and see where I need to be whenever the on-off is hit. It's just like a fun way to use this mechanic. Obviously, activating the on-off yourself is a good way to activate the on-off. But I think when something else is also like the Koopa kicking the shell, I think there's fun things you can do with that mechanic. There's so much cool stuff where something's in an outlined water thing, then you turn it on, and you know, become something else. Water levels are cool when it's not like the most tight fucking thing in the entire world. Jesus. Some of the water levels y'all are making out there, man. We got some RNG dolphins. They're back. This is pretty obnoxious, but I like it. Oh! Well, that one just... They had a little troll there at the end. I love that ending though. Fucking RNG dolphins. It's so chaotic. It feels like there's so much more threat than there actually is. Fun level. Shoot him again, and shoutouts to Happy Gilmore. I wanted to do some sort of something sprite shooting where something is just continually being shot out. This section right here, you don't even have to hit that fucking Kaizo block. You can just jump. I'll just show you. You can just hop up there and skip over that whole thing. Oops. There's also multiple ways to do this. The way I always did it was that. But another way I've seen people do it is, which also feels cool as well and works. And introducing the idea. Everyone always dies to the shell right here, but it's at the beginning of the section. That's not really a big deal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if you just ignore this Kaiser block entirely and just do one of these, yeah, you can. I could have just made that pillar up one higher or something. I know. But we'll do it the right way, the quote unquote right way, my way. I like these like little stalling sections. You know, if you got something that's continually shooting out, that's kind of the whole point of the mechanic, right? Is that, you know, like this. Oh, how did I fucking split the uprights? Kind of the whole point of this mechanic is that you're continually interacting with something that keeps being shot out. I mean, obviously, but like that's the sauce that you want to be working with. What can you do with something that's being shot out a bunch of times? Naturally, you're gonna, you know, go towards things where you have to survive. Makes the easiest sense waiting for stuff to fall down or what have you. Little regrabs. And I wish I had a like, hey, wait, chill, stall indicator here, because so many people die on the first time. Excuse me, I'm burping. Also, I'm just I just zoned out while I was talking there. I was burping, zoning out, and talking. It was a disaster. Oops. Alright, let's get through this section. Here, I'm focusing, because I'm not talking. Yeah, I wish I had done some sort of indication to stall here. But I do like this like little stalling section right there. This guy's shell. I just needed a way for you to get a shell so you could do this obnoxious. Also, I had to do a little gap right here so that you could spawn wait time for the. How do you talk? How do you talk? I needed a way for this thing to start shooting. That's why it's like that. Alright, let's hit this first try and go home, you know? Hit it first try, go home. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Whoops. That was an awkward little thing. Right here, I wanted to force you to spin on the shells to turn them off. That's a weird setup where it's just like not consistent. I really like this madness right here. Oh, Jesus. Absolute madness. I wanted to do something where you spin jump on something like that and you boop, down onto it, but I couldn't quite find the spot for it. Oops. Ah. A little jackrabbit music. See what I mean by that thing's inconsistent, even if you're like hitting it right. It's like weird spawn timing stuff. It's at the beginning of the section. I'm not too concerned about it, you know. Yeah, I really like that stupid section. I mean, here we can look ahead. What do we want to do? Well, sorry, I was adjusting my volume. So it seemed like I was getting a little loud. So we'll just crank that down a little bit. Alright, so we need a shell. Toss one up there, jump up around. I see a lot of people try to, oh my god. So a lot of people try to exactly hit the shells up there. But you just have to toss them up there. That's all you have to do. Man, I'm so bad at this for some reason. Like, my jump inputs are getting eaten. Oh! Gotta do one more. No! I'm not a huge fan of the look of this level. The kind of like matte, detailless background. Like I was trying to do something interesting, but I don't think it necessarily worked out, and I don't know why it's red. Probably just would have gone with like a black or like a gray type of thing. I suck. Kind of like trying to give it like a factory feel because you've got these things that are shooting a bunch of shells out, you know, kind of like a factory. The music sounds like a factory. Oh wow, that's a first. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Where you kill the Koopa. Oops. Let's get through this level so we can get out of here. Is there anything we can talk about with regards to this level or the hack in general while we're waiting here? I think we'll probably just cut out all of this. Inconsistent. Whew, that was close. Like, this setup is just like not that interesting. Also, why does this keep happening? I wonder if I change that. There we go. Streamer says one of your levels is like pulling teeth. Maybe I was just targeting the gamer dentist demographic. You don't know that. I don't know that. Yeah, I think some tea. We'll drop some Diet Coke tea. I think it was Amethyst Rocks. I think they, on separate ways, they got to. I think it was an XY, the platform XY infamous level that people hated in that hack. And so that level was like pulling teeth. And that was like my first real like, whoa, someone said something that kind of mean. I was like, I'd heard plenty of mean shit about my levels in Mario Maker, but that one I was like, oh man, they're being a little brutal. But I got over it, and now we make jokes about it. That's how we cope. All right, we got a boss here. I thought, what better usage for this mechanic than a boss, where you know it's an obstacle you have to dodge, and also your ammo. It's nothing particularly crazy. I want you to win. I don't want you to be here forever. Also, the lore, if you notice, this version of the boss is a ghostly apparition that like doesn't hurt us when we touch it. But in the final world, you can interact with them. I'm just like, I'm fucking up this boss fight so hard. Just fucking around. Oh my god. I was not holding jump, I disagree. Like, it is like a weird thing where like you sometimes I've seen people just like get in their own heads and like, hey, there's really not that much to dodge or think about in this fight, but like sometimes you just lose your head, and also it keeps shooting after the guy dies. I think it's a cool little fight. The saws, I never quite understood how to fix them getting closer and closer, and I had made the boss way harder before. And also, why do I have the halo? Maybe we ascended and now we can go into the final. Streamer said the message boxes in separate ways were cringe. Writing them while Ultra Blaze was probably not the best idea. Yeah, I get high a lot when I make Mario, and sometimes I say things are funnier in my head, or you know. I think it was Third Wall that called my message boxes cringe. Fuck you, Third Wall. I'm also not a huge fan of this final level. There's some cool stuff, but like that trick right there is super hard to, you know, indicate. It looks cool at least, and then right here, Yoshi grows, whoop, whoop, into the portal. This section is a bit of block grossness. And, you know, obviously we're doing the mechanic of mixing ideas. Oops. We gotta activate this guy so that he doesn't jump into the sprite killers. Go up and over the top. Do that so we can bounce off him. Do that, go over the top, land on him, go to the Koopa. Oh, we just barely made that. And then right here, the arrow blocks at the end of this section will kill you. The rope kept glitching and the death blocks. Yeah, this is like a weird thing. I should have just scrapped. Should have just scrapped a lot of this, but there's some cool stuff here. I like the layer 3 as well. The pillars in the background should be smaller. But yeah, that rope glitches on those arrow blocks so much, and the whole final level could use another pass, to be honest. Well, the thing about self-esteem is that it can't come from others. It has to come from you. A little bit of cringe here at the end, so stop being insecure and finish this shit. Let's go tackle our insecurity. And now we can interact with him. He is no longer a ghastly apparition. We're fighting our insecurity. And I had wanted some sort of fight like this for a final boss with a boo that you were, you know, constantly getting things. And I brought back my cursed. Oh, nice note blocks. Really couldn't fucking, you know, really couldn't fix those. Just too lazy. Just a little too lazy to fix the note block graphics. Jesus Christ. It's like that in the final. It's not just because this is awkward pre-release. I think there's some cool stuff in here. It's a little awkward with the layer 2 shit. By the way, that 1F0 up there is purely for graphics because we are all on the same original tile. Like, see, like right there, like I don't think I had anywhere to go. I think I was just dead no matter what, because this version of the sprite is like following your movement. And I should have just fucking said no and just had him be like a static. It goes back and forth and that you can interact with, because trying to force all this movement and still have it be like a boss fight that's like consistent and he's gonna be in like the right spots at the right times, like it just Yeah, it just wasn't the best idea. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just like a 1F0 block that's just invisible in that spot the entire time. I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong on this. Yeah, this cursed layer 2 scroll. People hated this shit in separate ways. Ugh, like why is he's so far over here? What are you doing? He's gonna... Yeah, should have done something a little different. Also, like, sprites don't interact with layer 2 in this weird scrolling. I don't know if that's a setting in the ASM or not. Probably would have been helpful to do something like that, because I don't know. It's kind of a cursed ASM. Like, these jumps right there on those blocks are super obnoxious for people who like aren't familiar with this janky shit. If you played separate ways, you might have a bit better time. Oh, that's bad. But yeah, it's like weird shit. Like, what the hell was that? It bounced off something, but oh, it's probably just the one. All right, let's beat this shit. It's like what you have to do is not really that hard. It's just not. It just feels weird. But I do this all the time. I get to the end of my ROM hack and I'm like, man, I just want to be done with this. And I rush things, and you shouldn't. But we got through it. It's not too bad. I'm just being hard on myself. And we got the ending sequence. Quite enjoyed this ending sequence. One of my favorite sections in the whole game. Again, the best, best sprite in the game right here. Which one is it? And we did it! Mario's found self-esteem. Literally the same level I used for the credits in separate ways. Just change the colors. Inspiration Gutsy. Oh, I don't have the, this was the version without the testers. I probably sent this one out to testers. But shout out to Drim Dove and Ilukathin. 2 testers, that's all I had. Which is, it's, again, tooting my own horn. It's miraculous that there wasn't more cheats found, or, you know, more, like, broken shit, considering I had so few testers, but, yeah, it worked out. Very proud of it. Oh yeah, this is, I was like, I moved something and then I tested it and I was like, oh, right, I forgot to move the, the level sprite. Or the level ending sprite. Whoops! I just kept it in, why not? One last goof. Every opportunity for a goof that you can have, why not take it, right? Why not have a goof at the very end? And there we did it, we finished the fight. Shout out to Halo 3. We did it. The 10 exits. Very proud of it. Again, some things I obviously would have changed and all that good stuff, but yeah, very happy with how it turned out. Still fun to play. And last couple tidbits I had floating around in my head. One big thing that stuck out to me when I was playtesting and just making Super Insecure World was just I would go back and I would test old levels after, you know, you work on a level for, you know, 8-10 hours or whatever, and then you're like, all right, let's go back and play test some of these other levels that we worked on, you know, like a month or 2 ago, and, you know, kind of see how they feel, and then you would play them and you'd be like, oh, this is fun. That's good. And when I was playing separate ways and I would go back and I would have to like replay levels or whatever, I'd be like, oh fuck, here's this level. And it's like, if you the creator, if you as the creator yourself are going back and be like, oh shit, it's this level, like, maybe that should tell you something. Maybe you should change something. Maybe you should, take another look. But hindsight's 2020, and that's what this is all about, learning. And yeah, I was super insecure with it. I'd go back and like, oh yeah, this is a fun level. I didn't have any levels where I was like, ah, man, this one. If I had to, it would be David Carradine with the ropes, just because it's a fine level. It's just nothing outstanding. But yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. This was a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you play my next hack. Look out for it in the future.